Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're starting off with the black pieces against an 1857 from the Netherlands. Very interesting. E4, E5, not E4, E5, E4, G6 going into the modern. Let's play our little tricky Norwegian, because I don't think we've had that in a while. And since we're going into the modern, I think the Norwegian's a nice tricky one people might not have seen before, so I think that's probably a good idea. We've got a bishop d3, which I don't think I've seen. It's probably one of the good declined lines. Knight c3 is the other choice. By the way, if I sound a bit raspy, I've just been on a run, and I'm still slightly recovering from that. So I think d6 here would be nice to stop e5. And then like a knight g4 could potentially win that, although f4 seems okay. So I think here d6 is okay. And this transfers apparently to the perk, or Pierts, I think is the correct pronunciation. Pierts. But yeah, knight e2 seems weird. It looks like you're prepping an f4. Looks like you're prepping, so maybe an e5 straight away is the way to play it, which I don't actually mind. I don't actually mind, seeing as how knight f3 isn't there. So I think e4 here, e5. Sorry, numbers, letters don't work with my brain. Yeah, e5 I think is the way to go, just to stop any immediate f4, to stop the onslaught of pawns that is coming our direction here with these three central pawns. We need to contest the center at some point. So I think e5 is a reasonable move here. They go for the pin. Also very reasonable, I think. Bishop g7 and then h6 is probably the way to go. Queen d2 I'm expecting. And we can still play h6 there. c3 does not seem right at all. Like at all. I think knight c6 here could work. Although probably just h6 is the way to play it with a bishop takes. You go back. G5. They probably want to actually be on g3, so I'm not sure about that. Well, let's look at a knight c6, and then we can actually think about bishop g4 as a move. Pinning this knight to the queen, so then takes, knight takes. Apologies, folks. Oh, sneeze? No sneeze. I hate it when that happens. And then knight e7. So this is sort of King's Indian territory, with the knight going to e7, but it is not the King's Indian. They've not played a c4. So it's definitely not the King's Indian. But now this c3 pawn seems like a bit of a waste of a move, really. So I'm quite happy with that. The knight doesn't seem particularly happy on d2. It's not bad. But like, realistically, where are you going? All the way to f3? Just to be on f3? It doesn't seem like where it wants to be. c6 undermining the pawn structure is probably a way to play it, but I never liked that, because you're left with this not like nasty sort of backwards d pawn. So I'm not a big fan of that, but we do need to play, I think, on the queen side a bit. We can't let them just dominate us on the king side, and we can't be weakening this position too much more, really. So I think some questions need to be asked about what we're doing here. A6 b5 seems like a way to play it, and then push these two pawns. I don't want to be pushing c7, really. Or do I? Or do I? You know what? Let's push c5. Let's push c5. If they take en passant, we'll probably take with the b pawn and then look for a d5 push. We've got both these knights covering d5 as well. So I think that's actually a reasonable plan. That seems like a big mistake. Queen b6 is the immediate threat. if castles, you have c4. But then bishop f2 is very interesting, actually. Bishop f2 actually is quite nice for them. So maybe just a3, a6, b5, and then look for a c4, b4 push. Seems like a good way to go. They don't have much play. They've stopped their knight coming to f3 as well. So they're playing a very passive way. Their only developed piece is their bishop. You know, everything else, like, it looks like they're developed, but realistically it's not. f4. So you've played f3, f4, which is strange, again, to say the least. We have this immediate bosh after knight takes. I don't think they can do anything about that. I really don't, actually. Other than weakening our king, you could claim knight h5 is a thing potentially. Knight h5. Oh, just knight takes, right? Yeah, just knight takes. We've got to actually think about this one. Knight h5, knight takes, queen takes, and then like a queen takes? I think that's fine, right? We're not castling. We could castle queenside potentially. Oh, can we throw in bishop g4? No, I don't think so, because bishop e2. Worst case, knight takes back. Yeah. So I think g5 is fine here. It's very strange. Because they are some, you know, it could be classed as a positional sacrifice. Ripping open my kingside, especially with the open f-file for them. Or semi-open, I should say. But I don't think they can realistically make the most of it. You know, all our pieces are relatively well placed. You know, I don't want to say they're perfect, because they're not. But things like a knight g6 are available. We've got like a queen e7 if we need it, covering the f-pawn. We could castle, although that's risky. And if we get these, we could still even long castle, you know, because this bishop's not doing much. It would have to spend a few moves, at which point our bishop's still covering this diagonal. So I think this is viable. They castle. Probably just take the bishop, right? And then we can go queen there. I think that's fine. We can think about taking the b pawn, although getting this queen away from the defense of our king is extremely sketchy, to say the least. Although takes this is nice with the check, with the rook g8. So I think we take the bishop is the better call. We could even think about playing h3. Try and disrupt their pawn structure a bit, but I don't see the point of that unless we get like a rook g8 in, or like a queen b6 even. Bishop h3 is there. So they've played c4 now, which again, I don't like. I get it. You're stopping this c4, but this seems like the time you need to be taking action, to be honest. This seems like the time you need to be taking action. I think rook g8 here is fine. I think rook g8 is fine. We could even play a knight g6. Bishop g4 seems okay. Bishop there. Even a queen d7 there seems fine. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. It really stops the knight going to h5 as well. Ripping open our position after queen takes. There's a threat on the f-pawn. Rook f7 at least stops that. There's probably something better. But yeah, so queen there? Really? Queen there? What's your plan? I don't understand, to be honest. Rook g8. I'm not too bothered about this pawn. I could be bothered about the pawn. I don't think we need to be, though. Knight g6 is fine. Is it fine? We've got to be quick. We've got to be quick. Knight h5 works, right? Yeah, I like knight h5 with bishop takes. Queen takes, knight takes, threatening the bishop as well. And we might have to do some defensive maneuvers after that, because rook takes is interesting. Queen takes, knight takes, rook takes is okay. Oh, we've got knight g6 then. Yes, we've got knight g6. So they take, and now we can get this bishop on g6, which is a lot happier, I think. Yeah, a lot happier. We can think about freeing up this bishop. We can think about opening up and trading the queen somehow if this knight moves. We've got check. Oh, the sneeze is coming back. Oh, pardon me. Oh, hay fever. So we can think about check. That's about it. That's about it. We can... Yeah, that is about it. We can be a bit quicker, hopefully. Hopefully. We can think about knight there, is interesting. We can think about knight there, also interesting. Let's throw in the check. I think the check's nice. Is the check nice? Oh, decisions. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Make a decision, Jacob. Make a decision, please. We have that threat, but I don't really want to give the knight tempo. Let's throw in the check. Let's throw in the check. It's probably not wise, but to be honest, I'm running out of ideas. Now, we got a nice-ish position. We just need to make the most of it, really. Let's go knight there. Threaten to trade off the queens. We've got a minute left to win this. And we are up, what is that, a piece for a pawn? So we just need to make the most of the piece, basically. We need to make the most of a piece. Knight there. I can go queen there now. Bishop there. Just hit the queen. Keep hitting the queen. Look to trade it off. Queen g5 is interesting. Gets the queen out in front. We can threaten mate here. Is the simple one. And then go queen g3 after h3. Is also a relatively simple way to get the queens off the board. And then look for a knight f6. King e7 even defends the f-pawn a bit. Yeah, so we can go there and force off the queens. Perfect. We have the bishop pair as well. So I think we should be okay here. Again, I've said that many a times. And it hasn't always been so true. But, you know, we'll try. We will try. I'm not worried about these pawns particularly much. Fine. We'll go knight there. We can castle even. As long as they don't play that. Let's castle. No shame in not castling, really. The bishop covers the pawn, which is important. We push this to save it a bit. Ideally, we'd find a way to trade off the rooks, but I don't think that's happening. Oh gosh. Windy outside, it's blowing up all the dust. It's like a sandstorm. Okay, 45 seconds. What have we got? What have we got? Knight there. Fair enough. Let's go there. You know, it's not really threatening much. Takes, it's pinned to the bishop if they push. We can move this bishop, even, maybe not. Knight there, doesn't really do much. F5 is an idea. Although I don't particularly like that, to be honest. Yeah, let's move this bishop back, and then we'll get this knight in this way. It's not under attack because the bishop is under attack, so you've got like an X-ray here, which is cool. 34 seconds, we've got to be very quick. Pre-move, more stuff. Watch out for traps. You can have that. I'd happily trade off one of the rooks. Check. They block. There's H5. Go on the open file. Get behind. We can pin and try take the e-pawn. We can even go for mate. Push. Oh no! Oh, we misclicked. It's okay. It's still possible, right? It's still possible. Bishop pair versus the exchange. Sorry if I'm going quiet again. I tend to do that. King can't get in. Draw. Oh, yeah, we can't do it about that. The misclick got us. The misclick got us. Ay. It was a fun game, though. We definitely should have won that. And I don't use that lightly. Like, we should have won that. You know, I'm not one for shoulda, woulda, coulda. But, yeah, we messed that up, basically. We messed that up. Let's have a look at it, because it was quite interesting. Interesting, actually, endgame with that passed A-pawn. How winning it was, because we're struggling to push the F-pawn. I'm not quite sure. Oh, the accuracy. Duh. 76.7 both rounds, which is fair enough. Versus an 1800 for both, which makes sense, I guess. We played this Norwegian. Bishop d3 is not a particular move. You lose any advantage you get from being able to kick the knight about. D6, and we play this pretty standard. Takes is probably okay, yeah. But not really what you want. If you want to play the modern, you want to play like this sort of locked up structure, so I'm not going to take that. They played a lot of very weird moves. C3, C4, F3, F4. Very strange. We get this structure that we like. We lost it. We lost it. Where are we? Knight C, yeah, and then D6. And apparently the move is to go G5, which is absolutely insane. That's a very computery move. Like you're opening up your king side if takes, right? Hello? C takes, yeah. Can I see the line, please? Takes. It just doesn't look natural. You're not giving up a pawn. But your pawn structure's all over the place. You got this little structure here. You got this pawn, these two, and it must be playable because the computer likes it. I guess you've got a clean cut attack on the king side, but it just doesn't look natural. To be honest, it doesn't look natural. So I think knight e7 is not particularly bad. To be honest, we played e5 rather than c6. The computer wants c6. Same thing if they take en passant. But, I think you're giving a boost to your queenside attack. So I don't see why leaving is bad. F3, apparently computer move, which is insane. I guess just bishop F2, and you've got another bishop looking at this queenside. And then F4, which is super strange. Super, super strange. Knight G4. Oh, with the threat of knight E3 hitting the queen. Queen moves and then check, winning the bishop. So castles maybe? Castles? Oh, then you've got the fork though. Oh, it wants knight F1. That's nasty. That's not a move you want to be playing at all. Not a move you want to be playing at all. And that's minus 0.9, so it's still not particularly even amazing. Knight takes is just... yeah, you lose a piece. Apparently the best move is to take the knight, though, which is crazy. We played bishop g4 in order to sort of secure our king side a bit. Thinking about it, yeah, I think that's fine. I would still do that. It caused some problems trying to push our pawns, but I think if we made better use of our knights, potentially... and maybe got more claim over the b file, things would have been better. They take, which is good for us, and we just set our bishops here. Very, very nice coverage over the center of the board, so I'm super happy with this. And the computer agrees this is 3.1, minus 3.1. Bearing in mind we are up a piece. We lost a lot of time here. That's like a minute, 45 seconds-ish. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out a plan. Excuse me? Knight c6? Oh, because of the threat of the queen. Oh, I was so confused for a second there. Like, why are you just sacking your knight for nothing? But yeah, the discovered attack on the unguarded queen is the reason. We go this way rather than knight c6. And knight c6 is actually really, really nice. Because you can get your knight on b4 if they don't take. And then you're hitting the bishop, you're hitting this pawn. You're looking to invade with c3. Get the knight on e3. And that's, yeah. c2, sorry. Rather than not c3. That looks super nice. Like, your knights suddenly become, like, one of your least active pieces to an absolute monster. Especially with the bishop on d4. There's nothing hitting it. It's insane. Really nice ideas there. Yeah, kick the queen about some more. Look to trade off. Trading off probably wasn't the best idea, and the computer sort of disagrees with the idea. The queen's sort of our best attacking piece. Like, we're sort of struggling with the rest. They're a bit misplaced. You know, our rooks still haven't moved. So it's probably better to keep the queens on and make the most of our pieces. And the computer wants knight f6 here. I guess potentially looking for a... I don't even know what you're looking for. Knight f... Where are we? Queen g3, knight f6. There we go. Yeah, I don't even know what it is you're looking for with the knight there, but I guess... Oh, maybe like some checks. even a knight f4 could be quite nice as well. So it's just activity. C3 was a bit of a reaction because we're low on time, although apparently the better move. Because this is actually reasonably solid. We made a slight mistake giving them the A pawn. Definitely should have pushed that up a bit. But nothing's taking this D pawn at all. Yeah, it's saying there push the A pawn, and that just sort of hinders them a tiny bit from taking. They could still double up here and then infiltrate on the A file. Actually, could they? No, they couldn't. No, we just stay there, right? Yeah, we just stay there, and they can't actually do anything about it. So we messed about a bit here. We moved the knight in, which is cool. Force the knights off. And I think here probably playing A6 is good. Yeah, just keeps the pawn a bit. Although you do actually have to watch out about those, because those could come in quite fast, and suddenly your bishop's not got any squares at all, and it's out the game, which is really interesting. So maybe even an h5 here. Good choice. King h8. Oh, and you get your bishop in this way. That seems risky. That seems risky. I don't know. Yeah, the king comes in. We mess about even more. Trade off one set of rooks. We get the B file, come in behind, and this is just it's nice. I wonder how you actually do this. You probably just leave the rooks here and you play with your bishops. You go king f6. Oh, actually, can you do that? Oh, king f6. Actually, there's e5 as an idea. So after the rooks gets to a7, this is really interesting. Actually, king f6 is a blunder because they have e5, and this is a really nice idea. So bishop takes g6 is the whole idea, and either you go king takes or bishop takes. Either way, they have the rook check behind, which frees up the promotion square, which is absolutely insane. And if you go pawn takes as well, they have this check, and wherever you go, they just promote. And that's an absolutely insane tactic. We both missed. I've just seen that now. Yeah, which is insane. King h6 apparently is the way to go. Do you not? Oh, you don't get the checks because the bishop covers h8. Tidy. Yeah, that's a huge miss. And then we just misclicked. That's all it was. It was a misclick. Apparently you're throwing the check first and then take it. It's still potentially playable. Apparently that's... Oh, we can take the bishop. We can... yeah. I need to sort this time management out. I really do. I really do. But it does get us into some funny positions. This is potentially drawn, but then we play f6, which is stupid. Really stupid. There's no need at all. They get these checks, and then all of a sudden you're blundering your bishop with 0.9 of a second left, and you time out. Yeah, we missed a lot of chances there. We missed a lot of chances, but that's the way the game goes. You know, 10 minutes is rough. Maybe we go back to the 15 plus 10. I'm not sure. It'll be longer videos, and I know the longer videos don't tend to do as well as the shorter ones. So we will see. Oh, it's Sunday today. Duh, Puzzle Rush Sunday. Okay, so what I'll do, I will make this tomorrow's video and I will record a Puzzle Rush Sunday. Yeah, so you'll be seeing this on Monday. Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you all for watching. Happy Monday, I guess. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.